If you're relying on Valentine's Day to like show your loved one that you love them, it's a bad time. You've probably got bigger issues than Valentine's Day. I love love, and I feel like I look naked. It's the exact same color as my skin. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I am Yvette. I moved to the UK in May last year, and I am just documenting my experiences, correct or incorrect, just so you don't think I know it all. If you don't get that, it's from my last video. Don't worry about it. Not important. It is currently Sunday, so I think we're having this like repeating thing of it's turning into a bit of a hungover Sunday video. Like I was gonna do Wanderlust Wednesdays. We should do like hungover Sundays. I'm not actually that bad. I have had lots of caffeine and we shall get going. Firstly, I wanted to thank you all for your lovely comments on my last video. You're all so nice and you're all very like compassionate in regards to the negative comments and the mean comments. I very much take it on the chin. I know that putting yourself out there makes you vulnerable, and at the time of filming this, it's still kind of raw in regards to the Caroline Flack news. Basically, internet trolls and the media and all that spiraled her depression to the point where she killed herself, which is awful, and I feel so awful for her. It's just unfortunate that it's come to this. But anyways, I think very unintentionally, because I did my video on Friday and that didn't happen until Saturday, very much drives home the whole, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything, because you never know what someone's going through. So you guys were all very lovely, but don't worry about me. I am not in that situation. I have a great support system, and I just learned to laugh because, as a lot of you said, generally negative comments are more reflective of the person sending it than yourself. They're generally projecting their feelings, so don't take it to heart and all that jazz. I'm very fortunate, to be honest. There's not that many. I would much rather wade through the few negative ones. Do you know what's fun? Some of them, I'm not going to say them by name because I think that's what they want. Some people I've noticed who are like the trolls, the constant ones, are the comment on my video within the first few hours of it going up, which means they're subscribed. So the odds of like people continually seeing my new video within a few hours is very slim unless they happen to be notified of that I'm uploading a video. So I can't imagine going like subscribing to someone just to send negative comments, but like, thanks for helping my subscriber count. We're getting there to 10K, guys. So yeah, just wanted to address that first because of the Caroline Flack thing and my video. I was getting lots and lots of lovely comments, but I've just learned to laugh at I learned to laugh / pity at the trolls, depending on what they're saying. If it's about me personally, I just laugh, and I pity that they've got whatever's going on in their lives, that this is their only outlet. To be honest, I'd rather someone abuse me than like their wife or their child or whatever, so like, come for me online, I don't care. I've got a thick skin, we'll deal with it. Anyways, completely 180 on that video. We're actually going to talk about Valentine's Day today. So like I said, today is Sunday. I celebrated on Friday. Sorry, this shirt is new and I feel like I look naked. So I was like, oh no, it's like literally the exact, like where does it stop? It's the exact same color as my skin. I should just make my thumbnail like covering because I reckon that would look like I'm naked. I just look like some sort of like weird looking naked sim at the moment because of the shirt. But anyways, I celebrated on Friday and I thought it was quite interesting seeing how they celebrate in different countries. So I've seen America, I've seen Australia, and now the UK. Now I'll tell you how I like to celebrate and then I'll compare that to every country. We all know Valentine's Day is corporate. It's literally just another way to sell things. There's no holiday in the first half of the year, so then the companies decided to create one. We all know this. However, so what Daniel and I will do, he might get me flowers sometimes. We live like basically above a florist at the moment, so he's like, I have no excuse not to get you flowers. But we don't do like the whole big gift thing. You know how some, well, I've seen on ads and that, people do like jewelry or like very expensive underwear or whatever. We don't do that. Not necessary to spend hundreds of dollars on Valentine's Day of all things. So we just do, normally I'll either make him something, normally I'll make him some food, like, you know, made with love, a cake or brownies or something. And he'll maybe buy some chocolates or whatever. Or this year I bought him a cookbook because I wanted to buy it anyway, and now I get him to cook me food. So bit of a selfish gift because now he's going to cook the food in the cookbook for me, so win-win. But a lot of the times if we do gifts, like proper gifts, it's because we were going to buy it anyway, not because of Valentine's Day. So that's where we're at. I'm not someone that, like, you know, covers the house in roses and like super commercial about it. We're very low key. And this was, I think, one of the first times we've ever gone out. So, oh no, we went out once when we were like 16 when we were dating. But then ever since then we're like, let's just get takeaway. So in Australia, I'll start there. When you walk into a supermarket, you are confronted with like red, pink, hearts, cards, chocolates, teddy bears, the whole shebang. Flowers you can buy everywhere becomes a florist. I didn't realize how commercial that was. It's till I moved to the UK, because it's actually more in line with America, which we know America's obviously, you know, they go big or go home on everything. And Americans, they tend to, like, I don't know, they seem to, you know, go all out. I see the Kardashians, which I know is probably not a great representation, but like their social media is like them with like, you know, a wall of roses and all this crazy stuff. And Americans tend to go big. And Australians, it's like very common to get chocolates, teddy bears and flowers, just the normal thing. Whereas I found the UK very low key. So everyone I spoke to was doing a low key one where they would just get takeaway and stay in and like have a night relaxing together, which I think is probably more healthy than going out for a relationship anyway, says the person who like went out. But anyways, I only went out because I wanted an excuse to go to this restaurant I saw. One thing I don't like about Valentine's Day, and this is across all the countries, why do they do set menus? I hate this. Give me an option. Like, they're like, oh, you can come here for Valentine's Day, but you have to eat this food. I'm like, I'm not coming. I'm very picky. I want to eat what I want to eat. Don't tell me what to eat. So going out on Valentine's Day is like annoying because you have to like, you have less choice, and obviously very expensive. So like they obviously pick the most expensive things, and like it's a set menu, and you're like, no. So I can definitely see the appeal of staying home. I also think one of my favorite things about Valentine's Day, I'm an experiences person. I'm not really that materialistic on stuff. Like I'd rather you give me an event rather than a really expensive anything. So my favorite thing about Valentine's Day in Australia, which I didn't see too much of in the UK, but I may have just not been in the right places, was when you're coming home from work, you see all of like the businessmen in suits picking up flowers for their partner, because like everyone's got to get the Instagram. I just think that's really cute. I just love seeing people, because I like seeing the guys with the flowers, and I'm like, oh, someone's gonna get flowers, it's gonna be so cute, they're gonna be so happy. So I like seeing that all over town. But I didn't see that as much here, but I also live on top of a florist, so everyone always has flowers, so it probably wasn't any different. And yeah, other than that, I went to like supermarkets and that, and like you're not accosted with all of the red and the flowers and everything. Your occasional like, you know, cupcake store or whatever, they'll have some bits and pieces, but just nothing to the level Australia, which I never would have thought Australia was one of the big Valentine's Day celebrations, because we have Australia Day in January, which is a big holiday. So like, why are we buying into the Valentine's Day thing? We already had a party. The biggest takeaway, literally, because everyone in the UK gets a takeaway, I find in Australia you don't really go out to dinner. In Australia they don't seem to do as many set menus, like it's more rare, where here it was like almost every restaurant you wanted to go to had its own set menu. Also Valentine's Day was a Friday, so I think there was a bit more of a boom than say if it was a Wednesday or something. But yeah, so it was fun, low-key, was really cute. We went to a restaurant in Dalston in East London where they did like a fake chicken and waffle burger, and I was so into it. It was very yummy. So I just wanted to get junk food, which is so bad. I was supposed to be eating healthy. I'm the worst, oh my gosh. Because I'm going away, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a lot of photos taken on our holiday. I need to like look, you know, in shape. Probably don't eat the waffles, but I did. Yeah, so that's been my Valentine's Day. Oh, so when I went to this restaurant, it was very low key, had our food that wasn't a set menu. And then right when we paid the bill, they gave me a rose to take home, which I thought was quite sweet, just like a little nod. I think that's a good example of how it's like just a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It's not like we've decorated the entire restaurant with rose petals and dirt. Like, obviously there are those places, but they're always like posh places in like Mayfair, not in East London where I was. As someone who prefers to have a low-key Valentine's Day, I don't mind Valentine's Day. I'm so aware it's like commercial, but I do, like, I know some people are like, oh, you only celebrate, are they saying what, you should only love you one day a year? That thing. Any excuse to treat someone a bit nicer or treat them a bit special, I think is always a good thing. Obviously don't just do it the one day a year. I think that's, if you're relying on Valentine's Day to like show your loved one that you love them, it's a bad time. You've probably got bigger issues than Valentine's Day. And I always think Valentine's Day should be a two-way thing. I think it gets marketed very much as like, men go out and buy jewelry and flowers for your partner, but like, obviously I don't buy those things for Daniel because he doesn't want them. But just like making him food, that's like his number one way to his heart through his stomach, you know? And if I make something, I'm not a natural cook, shall we say. I can follow a recipe, but I don't do it a lot. So for me to go out of my way and cook something for him means more than if I went out and bought something. His 5 language of love is acts of service. So anything I do for him, it means the most. Where mine is just like quality time, so as long as we're together. But I guess if your language of love is gifts, Valentine's Day would be like your thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this book by someone, can't remember his name, called The 5 Languages of Love, and you can go do a quiz. It's free and it tells you how you like to give/receive love. So if Daniel, for example, loved getting gifts, but I didn't, so I never got him any gifts, he would feel unloved because he's not getting his language of love reciprocated. Whereas if I like giving gifts and he doesn't like getting them, when I buy him things it means less because he doesn't care, because that's not his language of love. So it's a really good way to have communication. So anyways, I recommend that. But yeah, overall, good Valentine's Day. UK matches my energy levels with it. You guys aren't as like over the top, a bit more chill. I think it's more about the sentiment. I don't necessarily like posting on Instagram just for the sake of being like, woo, we're together, like you. I don't like being forced into like doing that thing, I don't know. But I know everyone else posts like, Happy Valentine's Day, and then writes like an essay. I'd rather do that for an anniversary or something a bit more meaningful than Valentine's Day. But just in case you saw my Instagram and saw that I didn't post a photo, we're fine. I'm just not that big on PDA for Valentine's Day because it feels a bit contrived. So I think personally the UK is my way. It's less commercial, less forced, just two people who love each other, the best way to be. So very low-key one today, because unfortunately Valentine's Day is a very low-key holiday, so I can't make a big to-do about everything, but I thought I would just let you know my experiences of a holiday, since I always do them, whether it's Guy Fawkes or Christmas or whatever. My shout out of the week is someone I've been chatting to on Instagram and Twitter. I can't remember if she's been my shout out before, so sorry if I'm repeating, but it is Melanie. Hope you had a fantastic Valentine's Day and celebrated however you wanted, whether that was a Galentine's Day or a proper date night with flowers and jewelry and all of the bells and whistles. I hope you got spoilt, even if you're just spoiling yourself. If you would like to be my shout out of the week, just tag me on social media and share any of my videos and I will make you my shout out of the week. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and tell me in the comments below how you celebrated Valentine's Day. Was it more low-key, like how I seem to see things, or are you one of these people that goes all out and this is your holiday and you love to splurge? Because I love love. And remember to hit subscribe so I can see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.